let's go to page 48 and let's do the evens. So for number 2, it says the line passed through the origin with a slope of -2. So go and get your information. So it passed through the origin and the slope is -2. So you have a point and slope. So you want to start with the point slope form. So you use the point slope form. So that's your x, this is your first point, so that's your x1, y1. So substitute, so you got y minus 0 equal to -2 times x minus 0. Go and simplify, so you got y equal to -2x. Okay, let's go to number 4. Here the line passed through 5, 7. And you don't even have to make the hash mark, just 5, 7, so just estimate. So this is 0.57, so that's the point P, P1. And the slope is -3/2. So slope equal to -3/2. So again, you have a point and a slope. So you want to use the point slope form. So you got y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So go and substitute. Since this is your first point, so that's your x1, y1. So y minus 7 equal to -3/2 times x minus 5. And go ahead and multiply out. So you got y minus 7 equal to -3/2x. Negative times negative is positive. 3 times 5 is 15. So this would be 15/2. And now because there's a fraction, so to probably be a little bit easier if you go and get rid of the fraction. So multiplying by 2. So you get 2y minus 14 equal to -3x plus 15. And go and move things around, so make into standard form. So plus 3x plus 3x. So this will cancel out and move the number to the other side. So plus 14 plus 14. So you get 3x plus 2y equal to 29. And that's it. Let's go to number 6. Number 6, you have a horizontal line passing through -2, 4. So you got -2, 4. And you have a horizontal line passing through that. Well, if you have a horizontal line, you're going to have the y equal to a number, and by looking at that, you can see that it goes through the 4, so y has to equal to 4. Okay? And so your answer is y equal to 4. Okay, let's go to number 8. The line is 2 units above the x-axis. So here's your x-axis, and you have 2 units above it. Okay, so you're going to have the line going like that. So in this case, you're going to get y equal to 2. Okay. Okay, number 10. The line is 4 units to the left of the y-axis. So here's your y-axis, and you want 4 units to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this one you're going to have an x equal to -4. Okay, let's go to number 12. Okay, number 12. Okay, you're looking for equation of all the points at equal distance from those 2 points. Okay, so let's go and sketch it out. So the point 1 is -3, 0. So I'm going to call it point A, so it's -3, 0. And point B is a 3, -5. So point B is at 3, -5. And what you want to do is you want to put a random point somewhere out here and call it P, and you have coordinate of X and the Y. So P is any random point. And since you deal with distance, equal distance, you want to call this D1 because this is point A, so you call it D1 and call it D2. And the condition is that the point P is equal distance to the point A and B, so equal distance. So that means D1 equal to D2. So again, you have to start out with your definition. Then after that, since this is distance, so you want to use the distance formula. So D1 is going to be between the point P and point A. So it will be x minus negative 3 squared plus y minus 0 squared. So that's your D1. And D2, again, is from this point to this point. So it will be x minus 3, right? X minus 3 squared plus y minus negative 5 squared. So watch for the negative. Then from here, you want to go and square both sides. So square both sides to get rid of the square root. So you're going to get x plus 3 squared plus y squared equal to x minus 3 squared plus y plus 5 squared. After that, go ahead and multiply everything out to get rid of the parentheses. So you're going to get x squared plus 6x. Remember your middle term. Don't forget your middle term. Same thing over here. You're going to get x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared plus 10y plus 25. And from there, you can go and start to simplify. So you got x squared and x squared cancel out. And you have the y squared, cancel out. And then you have the 9 and the 9 cancel out. And I'm going to make it into a standard form. So I'm going to move the variable to the left-hand side. So plus 6x plus 6x minus 10y minus 10y. So this take care of that, take care of that. So you're going to get 12x minus 10y equal to 25. And that's it for number 12. Okay, let's go to next one. Let's go to number 14. Okay, so you're looking for equation that is equidistant from the the point 40 and the line. Okay, so you got 40, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. So that's point A at 40, and the line x equal to negative 4. Okay, so again, put a random point out here that is equal distance to the line and the point. So call this point P, so x, y. So that's your D1 and D2. It doesn't matter which is D1, D2. Okay, so again, you're looking for equation of all the points at equal distance. So that means D1 equal to D2. Now this one is x equal to negative 4. So D1 is from here to here. So this is a horizontal distance. So all you need to have is x minus negative 4. Okay, you don't need to get square. You don't have to use a distance formula. That's only if when the distance is slanted. Okay. Now this one again is not vertical or horizontal. So that means you have to use the distance formula. So you're going to get x minus 4 squared plus y minus 0 squared. Okay, next, I'm going to square both sides to get rid of the square root. Okay, so I'm going to have x plus 4 squared equal to x minus 4 squared plus y squared. I square both sides, so this becomes squared. Then after that, multiply out to get rid of the parentheses. So you got x squared plus ax plus 16 equal to x squared minus ax plus 16 plus y squared. So x squared cancel out, the 16 cancel out, and I'm going to move the x to the other side. So plus ax, so So I have 16x equal to y squared, and that's it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to 16. Okay, so you have 2 points. First point is negative 8, 8. So point A is negative 8, 8. And point B is negative 2, 2. Again, you don't even have to do the hash mark, just kind of estimate. Okay, and now the distance is twice as far from that. That means you want to put a point over here, call it point P. And so this is going to be twice as, so this is twice as far from A as from B. So this is twice as far as that. Okay, so you have to read carefully. So D1 equal to 2 times D2. Right? So again, point P from A is twice as far as from B. Okay, so now use your distance formula. So you get x minus negative 8. So watch out for the negatives. Plus y minus 8 squared equal to 2 times the D2 would be x minus negative 2 squared plus y minus 2 squared. Okay, then after that you want to square both sides. So square this side, you get x plus 8 squared plus y minus 8 squared. Now when you square this side, you have to square the 2 to get 4. And you square this one, you get x plus 2 squared plus y minus 2 squared. So you need to have a bracket because this is 2 times that. So when you square it becomes 4 times that. Okay, next step, go ahead and multiply everything else. So you got x squared plus 16x plus 64 plus y squared minus 16y plus 64 equal to 4 times x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus y squared minus 4y plus 4. And after that, you have to distribute to multiply out the 4 in the front. So none of everything, it helps you to avoid careless mistakes. So multiply, you get 4x squared, multiply 16x, multiply 16 plus multiply 4y squared, multiply minus 16y, multiply plus 16. Okay, next step is I'm going to simplify. So since this is the bigger coefficient than that, I'm going to move it to this side to avoid negatives. So minus x squared, that take care of that one. The plus 16x and plus 16x, they can cancel out. I'm going to minus y squared to take care of that. And minus 16y, they're the same, so you can cancel out. So I move the variable to this side, I'm going to move the number to the opposite side. So minus 16 to cancel it out, minus 16 to cancel it out. So again, write down what you're going to do so that way to avoid careless mistakes. Okay. So again, you can use your calculator to work this part out. So this whole thing over here will give you 96. This one will give you 3x squared, and this will give you minus 3y squared. And I'm going to divide it by 3 to lower my number. So I get 32 equal to x squared minus y squared. But it's kind of awkward to have variable on this side, so I'm going to flip it over. So I'm going to switch. Okay, let's go to next one. Okay, number 18. Okay, you have 2 points. Point A is 4, 0. And point B is negative 4, 0. And you're looking for P that is a vertex of the right triangle. So a right angle, and that's point P. Now, whenever you deal with right angle, you got to realize the slope is negative reciprocal of each other. So I'm going to call this M1 and this M2. So when you have right angle, the M1 and M2 are negative reciprocal of each other. That means when you multiply, you will get -1. So in other words, M1, M2 equal to -1. Okay, so now you just apply the slope formula. So the M1 is going to be, so slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so M1 is going to be y minus 0 over x minus 4. That's M1. Now M2 is going to be y minus 0 over x minus -4. Okay, then go and simplify to work it out. So you're going to get y over x minus 4. You're going to get y over x plus 4. Go and multiply out, you get y squared over x squared minus 16. Okay, cross multiply. So you're going to get y squared equal to negative x squared plus 16. And I'm going to move this to the left side. So plus x squared plus x squared. So you get x squared plus y squared equal to 16. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 20. So you can read through. It's the sum of the distance from those 2 points is equal to 10. So sketch it out. So you got 0, -3. So point A is 0, -3. Point B is 0, 3. And you have a random point out here called a P. And that's your D1, and that's your D2. So the condition is that the sum of the distance, so sum means you add, so sum of the distance from those 2 points is equal to 10. Okay, so apply the distance formula. So D1 is x minus 0 squared plus y minus -3 squared. Plus D2 is x minus 0 squared plus y minus 3 squared, square root, equal to 10. Okay, what you need to do next is go ahead and move this to the other side. Okay, so you're going to get square root of x squared plus y plus 3 squared equal to 10 minus square root of x squared plus y minus 3 squared. Okay, after that, I'm going to square both sides. Okay, so this one just cancel out, and so you're going to get x squared plus y plus 3 squared equal to, now when I square this is binomial, so you have to watch the middle term. So you square the 10, you get 100. The middle term would be this times that would be minus 20 square root of x squared plus y minus 3 parentheses squared, and you square this side, you get plus x squared plus y minus 3 squared. So you can just square this, you get that. You square this, you get that. And you middle term, you multiply this together, you get that. The next step is go and multiply everything out. So you get x squared plus y squared plus 6y plus 9 equal to 100 minus 20 square root of x squared plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 plus x squared plus y squared minus 6y plus 9. Okay, so let's go and simplify things a little bit. The x squared and x squared will cancel out. The y squared and y squared will cancel out. The 9 and the 9 cancel out. Now be careful, this is plus 6y, this is minus 6y, so they don't get cancel out. Okay, so I'm gonna isolate the square root so I can undo the square root. So plus 6y to cancel that, minus 100 to cancel that. So I get 12y minus 100 equal to negative 20 square root of x squared plus y squared minus 6y plus 9. Now my next step is I don't want to square both sides yet. Okay, I'm going to divide by 4 to lower the number. So dividing by 4 to lower the number. So I get 3y minus 25 equal to negative 5 square root of okay, watch plus. Okay, and so you get x squared plus y squared minus 6y plus 9. Okay, I'm going to square both sides. So this side I get 9y squared minus 150y plus 625 equal to, so this one, negative 5 squared is 25, and the square and square root cancel out. Then I'm going to distribute to multiply out. Okay, I have minus 150y minus 150y, so they can cancel out. And I'm going to move this to here and move this to here. So minus 9y squared minus 9y squared to take care of that. I'm going to minus 225 minus 225 to take care of that. So I get 400 equal to 25x squared plus 16y squared. Okay. But again, the number on this side looks kind of awkward, so I'm going to flip it over. So I get 25x squared plus 16y squared equal to 400. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 22. So again, you got 2 points. First point is 0, negative 3. So this point A, 0, negative 3. Second one is 0, 3. So point B is 0, 3. And you can put a random point out here. Call it P, and you get X and a Y. So that's your D1, D2. And the condition that you're looking for is that the difference, so difference means subtraction, the difference of the distance. So D1 minus D2. Now if you have D2 minus D1, it doesn't matter, as long as the difference, as long as you subtract. So the difference between the two distances is equal to 1. Okay, so now you apply the definition, so you're going to get square root of x minus 0 square plus y minus negative 3 square, and you take the square root, minus D2 is x minus 0 square plus y minus 3 square, and this is equal to 1. So when you have the square root equation, the radical equation, you have to isolate one square root and you have to undo that each time. Right? Undo one square root at a time. So I'm going to move this to this side. So I get square root of x squared plus y plus 3 square equal to 1 plus square root of x squared plus y minus 3 square. Next step is I'm going to square both sides to undo this square root. So square and square will cancel out, so I get x squared, and I'm going to multiply this out. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's not do that yet. So you square and square cancel out. That's not to do too many steps. So when you square this, you have to square the first term, you get 1. The middle term, and so you square this, you get that. You square this, you get the one on the end. Okay, so you can square 1, you get that. Square the square, you get these. And the middle term, multiply this, you get the middle term. Next step is go and multiply everything out. Again, don't forget your middle term. Right, so again, middle term. Okay. Okay, now let's go and simplify. Again, right now, see, you got 2 square roots. You undo this one, okay, and after that, you're going to isolate the square root to undo this one, right? So just repeating the process. So x squared and x squared, it will cancel out. I got y squared here, and y squared will cancel out. I have 9 and 9 will cancel out. Now this one does not cancel because they are not the same, right? So if you get rid of that, you have to plus 6y. So cancel out. I'm going to minus 1 to cancel that out. So I get 12y minus 1 is equal to 2 square root of x squared plus y squared minus 6y plus 9. Okay. And again, you want to lower your number as much as you can before you square. Okay, this one you cannot reduce, so just go and square both sides. So you're going to get 144y squared minus 24y plus 1 equal to 4 times, right, 2 squared is 4, and this one square will give you x squared plus y squared minus 6y plus 9. And I'm going to distribute to multiply out. So distribute, I get 4x squared plus, I like to use my fingers to keep track, so 4x squared, 4y squared minus 24y plus 36. Okay, I'm going to, because the coefficient is higher over here, so I'm going to move to this side. So minus 144y squared minus 144y squared. So this will cancel out. Plus 24y. Oh, this one plus 24y, they cancel out. Okay. And I'm going to minus 1 on both sides, cancel out. So I'm going to put in the general form. So I got 0 equal to 4x squared minus 140y squared plus 35. Now you have 0 on this side, so it's kind of awkward. So I'm going to switch sides. So I get 4x squared minus 140y squared plus 35 equal to 0. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 24. Okay, I can read through to get an idea. So you got 2 points again. So first point is 0, 3. Second point is 0, negative 3. And put a random point out here called x, y. So that's your D1, D2. Now you have to read the condition. It says the sum, so sum means adding. So sum of the square of the distance, that means D1 squared plus D2 squared, or the sum of the square of the distance. Okay, from those 2 points is means equal 50. Okay, so then you apply the definition. So D1 is x minus 0 squared plus y minus 3 square. So that's your D1, but that's a square. Okay. So this square is this square of it. D1 is the square root. So same thing. So D2 would be x minus 0 square plus y minus negative 3 squared. Now this is your D2, but that's a square, so you have to square that. Okay, so you can, D1 is a square root, and there's a square. Now this one come out very easy because square and square root will cancel out. So you end up with x squared plus y minus 3 squared. And again, square root cancel out. So you get x squared plus y plus 3 squared equal to 50. So all you have to do is go ahead and multiply everything out. So you get x squared plus, so when you square that, you get y squared minus 6y plus 9. This one, when you square, you get y squared plus 6y plus 9. Then from here, you can go and combine the like terms, so collect your terms. So x squared and x squared will give you 2x squared. The y squared will give me plus 2y squared. The minus 6y plus 6y will cancel out, and the 9 and 9 will give me 18. And I'm going to move the number to the other side, so minus 18, minus 18. So I get 2x squared plus 2y squared equal to 32. And you want to simplify, you want to lower the number as much as you can, so divide by 2. So you get x squared plus y squared equal to 16.